So, Jay and I had a brilliant idea. Let's head west. That way we don't get captured and tortured by the Brotherhood every single week.
Not to mention, we heard about this place called New Vegas, with tons of new ingredients and new people to sell to.
What could possibly go wrong?
We cook really good food and people get mad and murder us.
Nah,
So we hit the road to New Vegas.
it's a pretty cute town.
What's up, dudes?
I bet you can do more push-ups than that guy.
Beams of light shot down from the sky over Helios 1.
Yeah, I don't know about that, dude. You wanna try some salad?
Yeah, Kev, I think this is a great spot.
Yeah, it might be missing something though.
Ah,
Wow, that looks really good, Jay.
perfect, perfect.
All right, I'm gonna go tell everybody that we got some soup and salad for sale.
Cool, yeah. Kevin is so quick. So after our grueling journey from the Commonwealth, we are finally here near New Vegas. Now Kevin is out rounding up the troops. I'm gonna go ahead and teach you how to make a desert salad. First up, we're making the Kaiser dressing. So first up, we're starting with our base. We got 1 cup of mayonnaise. Next up, we have 1 teaspoon of anchovy paste, not dookie. We're putting in 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, half teaspoon of salt, the zest of 1 lemon, 2 cloves of garlic, 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, half teaspoon of black pepper, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and half a cup of shredded Parmesan Reggiano. All right, and we're gonna close this up and blend it all together. Uranium fever, da da dee dee dee. Uranium fever, beep 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 beep. And that's how you blend some Kaiser salad dressing. Now to assemble the salad and add the dressing. We have about half cup of Parmesan here. As many croutons as you typically like. Now time to put the dressing in and toss that salad. And everybody knows the best way to toss a salad is with your hands. Now we're gonna plate this salad for the one true Kaiser's troops here. Then we're gonna finish it off with 3 tomato slices. And that's how you make a desert salad fit for the Kaiser himself.
Oh, these are looking good, Jay.
Right?
Where's the soup?
Perfect flea soup.
Well, that was f***ing disgusting. But at least we won't get murdered in our sleep.
We got soup.
Yeah, we got some soup now. Hopefully they like it. I'm sure they will. They don't have quality taste.
But we're gonna try this Kaiser desert salad.
I'm excited, dude. This is gonna be great.
It looks good, dude.
We haven't had a meal since we left.
You'll be walking for months.
Months across the desert and snow and.
No, hold up. This is delicious.
Sure is. You want to try some of the soup? Me either. We gotta get out of here today. Bro, we finally made it.
Yeah, and we just ran out of Nuka-Cola. Yo, Kev, is this what I think it is?
Dude, this has to be the Sunset Sarsaparilla recipe. Listen, go distract those guys upstairs. I'm gonna whip this up for our journey. So while Jay distracts Thaddeus upstairs, we're gonna go ahead and whip up some Sunset Sarsaparilla. We're going into our saucepan with 3 ounces of sassafras root, ½ ounce of burdock root, 1 teaspoon of coriander seeds, ½ teaspoon of cloves, and 2 teaspoons of birch bark. And then we're going in with 3 cups of water. Once you got all your wood in there and you got your water in there, you're gonna go ahead and bring your burner on. And we're gonna go ahead and bring this to a boil and then simmer it. So now we got our wood mixture and water up to a barrel. We're gonna go ahead and turn the heat down to low. And then we're gonna lid it up and let that sit for about 15 minutes on a simmer. All right, now that your wood and water has been simmering for about 15 minutes, you're gonna go ahead and pop the lid off, turn your burner off, and we are gonna go ahead and transfer this into here so we can strain it and get all those nasty wood chunks out of there so you have a nice clean syrup. And then we're gonna go into this mason jar. You can also just go ahead and use some cheesecloth or a regular strainer right back into the pot. But we haven't found one on our travels yet, so we're doing this method. Go ahead and pour this right back into our pot. Now we have our nice strained Sunset Sarsaparilla juice. We're gonna go ahead and add in some sugar and molasses, starting with 1 ounce of molasses. And then we're gonna go ahead and turn our burner back on and bring it back up to a simmer. So after about 5 minutes of simmering, we're then gonna add in our sugar. Now the key here is to go in equal parts sugar to equal parts infusion. So we have about 3 cups of liquid here, so we're gonna add in 3 cups of pure cane sugar. We're gonna go ahead and let this simmer down for about 5 minutes, and that'll give us a delicious Sunset Sarsaparilla syrup. Now that we got our Sunset Sarsaparilla syrup, we got some seltzer water. We're gonna go ahead and mix them together to make our soda. So we are gonna go in with 6 tablespoons of syrup to 2 cups of water. We're gonna give that a little mix. And that's how you make some Sunset Sarsaparilla.
Yo, Kev, I found some Sunset Sarsaparilla bottles.
Dude, I just made Sunset Sarsaparilla.
Oh, we can compare.
Oh, that sounds like a good idea, man. Looks like we actually have some right there, DJ. How's Thaddeus doing?
He's good. He got a lot of kids getting some caps.
You know Thaddeus always making that money. But yeah, let's try this out, dude.
All right, we gonna pop these?
No. We gotta try
The Kevin special.
the OGs first. Ready?
Yo, hold up. That's pretty good.
It is really good. It feels natural.
Yo, that's actually really good though. Might be better than Nuka-Cola.
It's definitely better than Nuka-Cola. Nuka-Cola just has better marketing.
This is so good.
But how does it compare to the actual
Right, how
Sunset?
close, Kevin, are you?
Oh, you know we're close, Jay.
1918, that's pretty.
Hell yeah, cheers, brother.
Ooh.
Nah, that smells
Delicious. Dude.
This feels like fake sugar. This feels like you brewed it.
I am shocked at how close they actually are.
I do like this a lot. I like this a little bit better because it feels more natural. Anyway, what do we do now?
Well, I think Thaddeus has some kids to.
What is that? Did the Brotherhood follow us here, Jay? Did you do something stupid?
Maybe.
Where'd you get that Aquafizz machine from? Where's the Aquafizz?
Guys, we just got on the air fire.
Well, I'm not mad at you, bro. Let's get the f out of here. What happens in New Vegas stays in New Vegas.
Yeah! Ew, what the heck?
Yeah, Jay, check this out. I found this on the strip. I think the old owner moved out.
Man, ain't got no roaches in here, nothing. And you think these are gonna work?
Dude, they're gonna work. Check it out.
Oh.
Yeah. We're about to make so many caps, dude.
What am I gonna make? Yes, a Brahmin Wellington. So the first thing is we're gonna make a mushroom Duxelles. First step is we're gonna melt the butter. Got 4 tablespoons. The butter dance. Gotta get the butter going. Now that all your butter's melted, We're gonna toss in these shallots. We minced them off camera because that's boring as hell. It's been cooking for a little while, looking translucent. We're gonna throw in 5 cloves of garlic. So we have the 4 shallots and the 5 garlic cloves all minced up, and they've been cooking for a while. We're gonna throw in 32 ounces of minced mushrooms. We have chosen white button mushrooms, but you can use cremini or whatever you have, whatever blend you want. This may look like an absorbent amount of mushrooms, and quite frankly it is, but remember, they're gonna cook down. We're cooking this for about 45 to 60 minutes, and hopefully it cooks down. We're gonna go ahead and add in our pepper and salt to taste. We're peppering these up nicely. And we're just adding a little bit of salt. The prosciutto will add a lot of the salt to the dish. And lastly, 5 sprigs of thyme. Just the leaves. The last thing we have is about 4 teaspoons of sherry wine, but we're gonna add that in a little bit every 15 minutes or so. So the mushrooms have reduced to by about half. We're gonna add a little bit of sherry wine here, just so it doesn't burn on the bottom. It's been about 50 minutes. We're gonna put the rest of our sherry wine in, reduce for 10 more minutes, and put it in the fridge.
I'm in heaven. I haven't had a meal like this in, well, ever really.
The next step in making the Brahmin Wellington is you have a Brahmin Chateaubriand. We're gonna go ahead and add some olive oil and some salt to it. You don't want to add too much salt here. There's going to be a nice amount of salt coming from the prosciutto, so there's just a little bit to really mwah. We let it sit for about 5 minutes so that salt soaked in. We're going to put some olive oil on it. We're massaging the tenderloin, getting all that oil all over, flipping it over, doing the same thing over here, because we're about to make a nice, beautiful sear on this piece of meat. Now that it's all oiled up, it's ready for the pan. We've had it ripping for a little while. We're going to go ahead and we're going to sear it. We're gonna sear the one side first. And it will release easy and look like that. Next side. To get even pressure, we're gonna have a little weight. We're gonna go ahead and flip it. Ooh, and that's the color you wanna see. All right, and it's looks like it's releasing no problem, and we're gonna go ahead and do the other side. Because there's 4 sides here we're working with. And now for the final side. You don't want to put it back into the original pan, that's gross. We got a brand new pan. Woo! Look at that baby. You missed the harrowing experience of me lining this prosciutto up carefully. And so we have about 14 of them or so in a perfect square, about 1 inch larger than our meat. But before we put the tenderloin on there, we're gonna spread the Duxelles. So we're just spreading this out to the edges. We wanna make sure it's covering up the whole tenderloin, but not all of the prosciutto. We want to put the Dijon mustard and just coat that bad boy. I'm gonna make a mess here, but we're gonna coat her up, make sure we get the sides. The Chateaubriand circle's got a nice little bit of extra Dijon in there. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna stop tossing, we're gonna place it down. Now, never making a Wellington before, you're gonna watch me do this live. That this stays super tight here, because that is important for making this. And we're just gonna finish it up there. And that is our log. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna tuck this in like a present. We're gonna bring the sides in and roll it up like so. And we're doing that to the other side as well. And this is why we wanted to have a little bit extra, so none of that Duxelles sticks out. And now as we wrap it, we're gonna pull a little bit so it stays nice and tight. So we're gonna twist the sides here. So with these twisted and held, we're gonna just tighten it up. Now this log of deliciousness is gonna go in the fridge for about 15-20 minutes to chill before we put the pastry on.
The food here is to die for. No one cooks Brahmin like
Video game eats.
Our log has been chilling for about 15 minutes in the fridge. While it was chilling, we rolled out a nice little square of puff pastry, and now we're gonna put the log in the pastry. This corn is here, and we're gonna just hopefully find where this log became a log. We're looking for this right here. I think half the reason we chill it is so that this comes off easier and the log stays together. And we're putting it onto the pastry. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this, you can't really see it, and I'm just gonna start rolling. Till about there. So we've almost completed it. We're gonna go ahead and egg wash so it sticks. So hit it with a nice little egg wash in here. And then we're just gonna finish turning it up, and we're gonna cut the excess. Now that is to be on the bottom, and we're gonna fold up these sides the same way as we folded up the prosciutto. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna egg wash up in there. Now we're gonna bring the sides in, the bottom up, and the top over. And just pinch that so it's nice and snug. And then we're gonna transfer this covered pastry log onto a pan. And we're gonna tuck in these sides to make sure they're all the way down in. Now we're gonna wash this whole thing in egg. And at this point, your oven should be preheated to 425. Hopefully Kevin's out there getting us some wealthy clientele to afford one of these Brahmin Wellingtons, huh? We know the strip has some pretty wealthy people, and that's why we're here. So this is our Wellington. It's all egg washed, it's ready to go. Our oven's ready at 425. We're gonna put this in for at least 20 minutes, and it needs to reach 110 degrees. We're gonna pull it out. It's gonna rest for about 20. It should come up to 135. Perfect.
Looks like I'm right in time for some Brahmin Wellington, dude.
Yes, dude, I'm excited. You ready to try it?
Wow, dude. Everybody's gonna love this.
Hopefully.
I know I'm gonna love it. Let's try it out.
Let's dig in.
Ooh. Dude, wow.
Hold up.
Wait a minute. That is magic in your mouth.
Oh my God, yeah.
It is perfectly cooked, dude. Oh my God. We're gonna be the richest mother in Vegas, dude.
Rolling in caps, chips, and we're spending them all at Gamora's.
Heck yeah, dude. Well, I'll tell you what, Jay. You go hit the streets, sell these mother. I'll work on something here at the base.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Send it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Your Wellington's getting real popular out here, but it could use a side and maybe a sweet treat to finish it off.
Okie dokie. Hey, Kev.
What's going on, dude?
This fine gentleman just told us that while the Wellington was great, we need a side and a dessert.
Dude, well, I just stole a bunch of ingredients from this house, guys, so I could probably whip something up. Don't worry, bro. Nobody saw me. It's gonna be fine. But I'll whip some dessert, and I heard they had some really good Xander roots out here.
All right, I'll start foraging.
Sick, dude. Of course, Jeremiah left me this giant pile of caps to put away. He'll never notice. So for dessert, we're gonna whip up some Fancy Lads snack cakes. So, first up for our Fancy Lad snack cakes is we gotta cream some butter into some sugar. We got 2 sticks of butter. 1, 2. Make sure those are room temperature so they cream up nice. Next, we're going in with 1 3/4 cups of sugar. We're gonna go ahead and start creaming that butter. Start on slow. Butter's gonna get stuck in there, so you're gonna give it a little burst here and there. So that butter starts to come out of there. Not that fast. Once you get to about that consistency, you're gonna go ahead and throw in some eggs. We got some eggs. We brought them to room temperature. We're gonna add some of them in, 4 of them actually. 2, 3, 4. You're gonna let that keep going. You're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. Boom, we're gonna turn that on low and let it keep mixing up. Set this, oh geez, watch your fingers. Set it aside for just a minute. And we're gonna go ahead and grab our flour. We got 3.5 cups of cake flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of allspice, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. You're gonna go ahead and give this a quick whisk just to combine all those ingredients up. We're gonna scrape down the sides here. The butter and the sugar and the vanilla extract and the eggs are all combined nice. Next up, we're gonna take the flour mixture we just made and we're gonna go in with about half of that. A little more than half. And then before you put the rest in, you're gonna take 1 cup of milk and add that in. And then you're gonna go in with the rest of your flour. Go ahead and scrape down those sides again, get all that flour in there. And then lastly, we have a cup of vanilla Greek yogurt. We're gonna go ahead and add that in. And then we're gonna crank this up and really let it mix in there for about 1 minute. And that right there is your cake batter. Now we got our 10 by 15 pan and we're gonna go ahead and add our cake batter in there. We put a little butter and a little flour just so it doesn't stick to the bottom. We're gonna go ahead with all that cake batter. Just lay that right into our pan and then just spread it out nice and even across there. Now we got that all spread out nicely. We're gonna throw this in a 350-degree oven for 30 to 40 minutes. While that is baking, we're gonna go ahead and make some delicious cream cheesy marshmallowy filling for these fancy light snack cakes. To start, we're gonna take 1 stick of unsalted butter, 1/4 cup of cream cheese, 3/4 cup of some marshmallow cream, as well as 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. We're gonna drop our wire whisk in there, lock it, and we're gonna start it up. Now you wanna really get that butter and stuff mixed in there, get it melted down a little bit. And once you get to about that consistency, you're gonna start adding some of your sugar and some of your cream. We got 2 cups of that. And then we're gonna go in with 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. And that's gonna turn this confection of sugar into icing in no time. We're gonna crank it up. And now we got our creamy marshmallow icing. So we took our cake out of the oven, we let it cool completely, and then we put it in the fridge for about 30 minutes. And that's so we can ice it up and slice it up and have some really nice squares for our fancy light snack cakes. Now we're just gonna go ahead and take this and we're gonna cut it right in half. We're gonna take one side and put it on a baking tray and set the other side aside for a second. Now we're gonna take some of our icing we made before and we're gonna go ahead and spread it right on top of here. You want it to be a little thick. It should be a nice creamy filling on top. Add a little bit more if you need to. And this is gonna be what's in between our 2 layers of cake here. And now we're gonna take our other half of cake and we're gonna go ahead and do the rounded side down. So again, we have those nice crisp edges. And we're just gonna press it in on top of the other one. And once you do that, you're gonna let this sit in the fridge for another hour or so that way everything hardens up and you get some nice cuts. Once it's been in the fridge for a while, it's nice and chilled down, we're gonna go ahead and trim it up. So we're gonna be cutting a lot of this excess off. It's because we wanna have really nice square edges. But don't waste this cake. You can go ahead and eat it. Once you have those all cut off, you're gonna go ahead and cut right down the middle. And then you're gonna split both of those right down the middle. And then you're gonna take all of those and cut them down the middle. So the final step for these delicious Fancy Lads snack cakes is to coat them in a delicious vanilla wafer melt icing. And all you're gonna do is take a baking tray, lay them out so you can, you don't make a giant mess. And you're gonna go ahead and just drizzle them. Drizzle each one nice and heavy. And just let them soak down the sides. You're just gonna coat them suckers up like that. And boom, put those in the freezer for about 15 minutes and you'll have some delicious Fancy Lad snack cakes. Ooh, Jay is gonna love these Fancy Lad snack cakes.
I had to go all the way to the Good Springs Schoolhouse for these Xander roots.
Well, hey, at least you got them and we got some delicious cake to try.
Ooh,
Pick one, brother.
I'm about the smaller one.
Oh, you want this? You want me to get fatter? Wow, that's a hefty cake. I guess you just go ahead and dive in.
Wow. All right.
Wow. That's really, really good, actually. The vanilla icing, or the wafer chocolate we melted on, really adds so much to the cake.
It's the crunch.
Makes it very satisfying to eat.
It's like a homemade zebra cake. Can you even say that?
Well, I am gonna go sell the out of those.
Get to pedaling.
You better cook up some good ass Xander. I'm out of here, bro.
In my opinion, the best way to make a root vegetable is to roast it. So we're making some roasted Xander root. So we got 1.5 pounds of the Xander root here. We've already cubed it up and now we're gonna start tossing it. We have 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 teaspoon of sage, about a teaspoon of pepper, and 2 teaspoons of salt. And we get to toss them. And lastly, it's all mixed together, we're gonna turn it out. You wanna make sure there's only 1 layer of Xander root here. We want it to roast and we get nice and crispy in the edges. We don't want it to be packed in and sometimes it's soggy and not good, and that's not what we're doing. We're looking for some roasted Xander root today. So we're gonna throw this in the oven at 425 for about 40 minutes.
Dude, we gotta stop meeting like this. How do we keep getting this timing so good? I just got some more ingredients, bro, and you just finished these up, and I'm starving.
You ready to try some roasted Xander root?
Yeah.
This side is gonna heighten our Brahmin Wellington to the next level.
What do you think, Jay? Are these gonna sell well today?
Well, I think so, but now I know. So these are tasty.
Those are
Peppery,
absolutely so good.
salty, crunchy, soft, juicy. Perfect for our Brahmin.
Little sweetness from the turnip, right?
That might be the sage.
Oh, that's the sage, he says. We're gonna stop doing that, and we're gonna sell some of these mother. Go, baby! What are you doing? Just having a little fun, man. Look at all these caps we made, bro.
Las Vegas was better than we ever could imagine.
Dude, this is so good.
Yeah.
I saw it all.
What the hell's that? Bro, get these caps. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's go.
And I believe it is connected to the future of this great nation.
I'm trying, bro. There's a lot of caps here, man.
I am an apex
Kevin,
competitor.
hurry up.
What is that?
We are the very best at
Oh,
what
get
we
this
do.
one. I'm out of here, dude.
And what I do is I know everything.
Well, at least we made a bunch of caps.
Yeah, and I stole enough ingredients to make some more of those Fancy Lads snack cakes.